When an owl lands on a roof, someone is going to die in the family.
When we were growing up, we used to know that owls are associated with evil, witchcrafts, and they bring bad luck and bad omen.
They were used for umuti.
But really, owls are nocturnal birds of prey with binocular vision and feathers adapted for silent flight. Alexandra's 500,000 residents, often living in clusters of shacks, have been plagued by the invasion of rats, sometimes the size of cats, which bite even children and cause infections.
14 years ago, 2 children were walking through a field in Sebokeng. The Department of Health had put out rat poison for rats. They had a rodent explosion. Those kids ate that poison and one of those kids died. Eco Solutions was really designed to look at species that interact with humans in a way that affect humans negatively, like rats, things that are affecting industry, and try and find environmentally friendly solutions to those problems. The one objective is to create owl-friendly environments where owls can move into these areas and catch rats. The Department of Health contacted me and said, is there any way we can deal with rats without using poison? And that's how the project was born. I mean, we'd been releasing owls and things like that before, but that was the beginning of this through the Department of Health in Sebokeng, using owls and owl boxes to control rats.
Eco Solutions helps kids change the myths and superstitions about owls. Let's see how after the break. What could possibly happen when soft little hands touch a baby owl?
We thought it would be a great idea to actually have Jonathan get the school involved in an owl project and show the children that owls are not something to fear.
Okay, I just had a question.
I believe it's a worthwhile project because it involves the learners practically interacting with animals. It teaches them about the environment.
The best part about today was when I learned about how they listen and how they eat and catch their prey.
Yeah, I touched the owls. I wasn't scared because it's like touching a pet. It's soft.
To be able to see a little owl and see that it's not an evil witchcraft, whatever the beliefs are that they have, the myths behind it, I think was very good.
When we can, when things are going well, we'll go and do 3 or 4 schools, put up owl boxes, talk to kids, put in owls. The kids feed them until they're ready to fly, and then the kids carry on feeding them, almost like surrogate parents. So they know where their food is, they come back for food, and as they start weaning themselves, living on rats, doing their natural thing, there's always a source of food for them there if they need it.
Essentially what it's doing is replacing the parent birds. So the whole process carries on exactly like it would with the parent birds, except you've got people doing the feeding.
For Township Project, we use barn owls exclusively. And the reason we do that is because they've got a long history of interaction with man. They're actually barn owls because they've been found in barns and they live very close to human settlements.
We get large volumes of owls in. We've had 52 barn owl nestlings in this year already, which is quite phenomenal. And we get a lot of spotted eagle owls as well. And those 2 species specifically go into the Owl Box project.
The kids are enamored. They are in awe of those baby owls. They see something that they probably wouldn't ever have seen normally in a place like Alexander. And I think the kids, I think there's a synergy there, or a symbiotic thing between owls and kids. You know, the kids that feed those baby owls now will hopefully be protecting adult owls 30 years from now, or getting their kids to protect owls. I mean, we all come from mythological backgrounds, every culture, whoever we are. And these kids are going to be changing that. As you can see, he's got big eyes. Okay. Biggest problem for owls is poison. Not just for owls.
I would say the township, our project is life-changing because people's perception about owls has changed drastically, and people are now more informed and educated when it comes to owl. There's owl mythologies that surrounds our culture. It's getting out of people slowly. day by day.
But we see here every day the effect of that. We've got schools contacting us, we've got people phoning in that would never have phoned in 5 years ago because there's a rat in their roof or there's that sort of thing. So we see that on the ground, that people are now making a call rather than throwing a stone. And that's also one of the objectives of this project.